Hi, welcome to Camp Happy Mail. I'm Maureen and I'm glad you're here today. And today we are going to stencil an envelope. I've been on this kick lately of decorating my envelopes. So typically my go-to is to stamp images on them and then color them with Copic markers. But lately I have really just re-fallen in love with my stencils. I have a lot of stencils and they don't get used very often. I use them a lot for gel press, but I don't use them a lot for envelopes. And I'm finding that they make some really nice looking envelopes. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make a stenciled envelope. And so we're going to just start with an A2 size envelope. I'm going to put a piece down here in the center so it stays white so that I can write the address on here. So a little bit of repositionable adhesive to keep that in place. And the stencil that we're going to use today is this stencil by Colorful Life Designs. They make a lot of really neat stencils, so I recommend you check them out. I learned of them from Amy's Wares. She has a YouTube channel, I'll put a link below. She does a ton of videos on stenciling of things. And I saw one of her videos and I just thought this one was super cute. So I got this one. So we're going to go ahead and this is the one we're going to stencil. So I'm just going to position this on here. I'm not going to worry so much about the leaves being green on here. We're just going to do this in a rainbow of colors and make sure that all of my edges are covered. And I am going to tape this down so that it doesn't move. Now for stenciling on envelopes or on paper, you can use any inks that you want. The Tim Holtz Distress inks work really well on these. Distress oxides work really well as well. They're more of a, they have a chalky finish to them. If you're going to use those inks, and also with any that you do, you should really, after you're done, give them a coating of, and I'm not sure where mine is at right now, but you should give them a coating of this. It's a Tim Holtz product that is a, it's a coating that waterproofs the front of the envelopes. And I can't think of what it's called, but I will buy, well, I'll link it below. It's like the micro glaze or something like that. I thought I had it handy, but I don't, unfortunately. But anyways, let's get started with this. So I think we're just gonna do a rainbow of colors on this. I'm not gonna worry, like I said, about that there's green on here that should be petals or leaves. We're just gonna do it in a rainbow of colors because I like the rainbow. These are inks by Catherine Fuller, and I've been doing quite a few of these. That's where I'm cleaning off my ink brushes. I am sharing my pink brush with my pink and my red back and forth, and I'm sharing the blue one with the teal because I don't have Pouncers that go with those, and those are Pouncers by Picket Fence Studios. And they're actually a lot of fun to play with. I didn't think I would like them as well as I did, but man, are they fun. So we're going to start out with red, and we'll put this in some red, and I'm just going to start right here. Do some red. Let's do some red out here. And I am going to go in rainbow order. You know what? Let's put some red here. And then we'll do some orange. And I'm gonna have to clean off my Pouncers because of having ink on my fingers, and I've touched the Pouncers. They've got ink on them that's not the right colors. So let's do a little bit of orange here. Oops, and right in the red I went. Okay, and then orange over here. And I'm not being real careful about this. I'm just randomly getting the ink into some places. And then let's do about a little bit down here. Okay, and then we'll do some yellow. And I washed this pouncer earlier today, and now it's not picking up ink so well. So I don't know if I messed it up by washing it, but it's gonna be okay. Do some yellow here next to the red because that will make us some orange. Okay, and then how about some green? I'll do some green coming out here. And some green up here. And some green down here. Let's do a little bit of green out here. Even though green and orange make brown, that's gonna be okay. And then let's do some teal. Put some teal next to the red over here. And actually we're off the envelope. There I'm stenciling on the mat because I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm just pouncing away because it's too much fun. Let's do a little bit of teal over here. Okay, and then let's wipe off the teal and let's do some blue. And actually I'm gonna do some blue up here on the top of the envelope. And how about a little right in here. And a little blue right here. And then let's do, see how quickly this is coming together? You could easily pull out an envelope and decorate it and send it to somebody. Well, you want to send a card in it too, but you know what I mean. And then let's do some purple here. Let's go down into here. It's purple. Put a little purple up here on the top part of the envelope. And then we're gonna do some pink. So let's come in here with some pink. And I really need to get a separate one of these for the pink because my pink is looking a lot like my red because I've been sharing the same pouncer. Okay. And we got an extra space here, so what should we make that? How about some blue? And I realize this may look like a real big mess, but it's gonna be pretty, I promise you. So we're gonna clean these up. Because I will have my fingers in them, no doubt. Have you seen my fingers today? I have been playing a lot today. I think my favorite kind of day is when I don't have anything else that I have to do and I can just play the day away. Doesn't happen a whole lot, but when it does happen, I make the best of it and I play a bunch. Okay, so I'm gonna move this over. We're gonna put a piece of parchment paper down here because we're gonna do something else too. So if you've seen any of my other videos where I do the stenciling on the envelopes, you know already that I'm going to do something with this stencil. So let's go ahead and pull this off. Pull the tape off. I don't reuse this tape because it's pretty saturated. Sometimes I do reuse my mint tape, but whenever I'm doing messy stuff like this, I don't. Super, super cute. Okay, so now, before I do anything else, I'm gonna lift this off of here. And we're gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna go put this in the sink. Now, know on anything that you have that's photopolymer, like stamps or the sticky mats, if you use red ink, purple ink, or pink ink on them, it will stain this. It's an unfortunate thing because it really makes the mat look messy, and I really wish that it didn't stain, but that's just the nature of the beast. Doesn't hurt it any. It still will be just as sticky as ever once I wash everything off. But just know that your inks will stain it, but that's fine. Okay, I'm back now, and we are going to now, let me get my hands dried off here so I don't mess up this envelope. I'm going to trace around where this tag is so that we have a clear space to put the address. Okay. And now we'll take this centerpiece off. And that's our envelope. So let's use our sand eraser and get the adhesive off of the center of this. All right, and that is our finished envelope. See how quick that was? I mean, we're talking, what, less than 10 minutes to do this? So, you know, get out your stencils, get out your inks, play a little bit, make a couple of pretty envelopes. I mean, wouldn't you love to receive an envelope that looked like this in your mail? I know I would. So this, and I'm actually going to use this too. I'm actually going to put this on the back as the label, just like all the other ones I've made. So that's the envelope for today. And if you have to leave, go ahead and go. It's okay. It's all good. But if you want to stick around, we're going to do something with this in preparation for another video. So yeah, let's get started with this. Okay, for those of you that have decided to stick around with me, now we're really going to play a little bit. And this is just preparation for some cards that I'm going to make in the future, making backgrounds, essentially. So we have all this leftover ink on this stencil. And I could take this over and just rinse this off, but then I would lose all of this. And this might make a really, really pretty background. And I would really rather make another background to use on another card than just rinse it all away. Okay, so we're going to take and we're going to spray this down, but what we're going to use is this. I know this doesn't look like much. There's not a whole lot left in here. I need to make some more. So I picked some of this up from Michael's. I didn't know what it was. I had picked up some matte gel medium, and then I saw this and I saw the word iridescent and I thought, yep, that's for me. Sparkly, shiny, absolutely that's for me. So I didn't know what it was. I still don't really know what you're supposed to do with it, but I found that if I put a couple of drops into a little bottle and put some water in it and really dilute it down, it's like homemade shimmer spray. That's a beautiful thing. So we're going to use this. I need to make some more. And I don't know why it turned purple like it did, but it did. And we're just going to go with that. The other way you can make homemade shimmer spray is if you take Perfect Pearls. Perfect Pearls, let me see. It's a product by Ranger, Perfect Pearls. You take a little bit of this powder. And oh, I need to get some more Perfect Pearls. But you take a little bit of powder and you put in a little bit of water and you shake it up. And again, homemade shimmer spray. So much, I don't want to say it's less expensive than buying the shimmer sprays, because I mean, you still have to buy this or you still have to buy this. I've never had a store-bought shimmer spray before. I think they look really, really pretty on people's projects, but I've never bought any. Maybe I should do that. And then I could do a comparison to see if they're any different than these. But I've been doing this number for years with the Perfect Pearls, and I need to refill this one too. But this is something I just started doing within the last couple of months, and it gives a really nice iridescent color to it, or color shine to it. So I've got a bunch of ink left on here. I've got a couple of sheets of cardstock, 2 of them. I don't know how many prints we're going to get off of this, but I'm going to squirt this down. And then we're going to try to pull a print off of this. So basically, I just want to get the color moving, and I might actually need to refill this before we do this because nothing is coming out. So let me fix this. So let's just do this. I'll just do this on camera for you. So you just take a little bit of this, You don't need much, like 3 drops. Now I'm gonna go put some water in this, and now we're just gonna shake the crap out of this. Because I dripped it down the side, it's hanging out on the side over here, so I need to get that worked out. Okay, that looks pretty good. And you can kind of see, well, besides all the bubbles, kind of see that it's a little sparkly. So now, let's see if this will work. Oh, I wonder, oh no, there we go. I thought maybe the spray bottle was broke. So basically, I just want to get the ink moving. My sprayer is a little off. Okay, so now I'm going to take this piece of this is Canson 140 pound watercolor paper. I got it on Amazon. I buy it in bulk because I do this kind of stuff and I play a lot. And it's just cheaper to do it that way than buying individual notepads of it. So now we're going to put this on here, fold our parchment paper over, and I'm going to put something heavy on this, and I'm going to let it sit for about 10 minutes, and we'll be back to see what we got. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes now. This is what I've been using to weigh things down. I don't have a big stack of books here. And probably the heaviest thing in my collection is dies on magnetic sheets. So this is some of my dies, and they're all on magnetic sheets, which are vent covers, magnetic vent covers from either Lowe's or Home Depot. And they are heavy. This is probably a good 2.5, 3 pounds right here. So, okay, so from other ones that I've done like this, I've learned that if I flip this over, we can kind of see what we're gonna get. And I can already tell that it's gonna be beautiful. So let's get our paper towels ready here. Let's lift this up. And I am going to do this. Just to lift up some of the residual ink from this side. And that's a little messy. And so let's take that and just put it down on here real quick and pull that up. That's a lot messy, isn't it? But we're going to blot some of the dark colors off of it that look like mud. And the rest of it, we're just going to let it dry, just like this. Okay, and this is just a smaller sheet of watercolor paper. And I'm just going to do this. And we've got some yucky colors in here. So I'm going to take a piece of paper towel. I'm just going to sop up some of the darker colors that look like mud. Because mud isn't what we want. And that's just going to be, that's going to be a hot, muddy mess. So if you're quick, if you try something on watercolor paper and you're quick about it, you can usually get it off before it seeps down in. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to pull this one off and see what our paper underneath looks like. And again, I'm going to just sop up the stuff that looks a little muddy. just take the excess water off the top of it. Now, I don't know how much you're going to be able to see this on camera, but this has a sheen to it. It's a little bit shiny. And that's turned out really pretty. I wasn't expecting it to be that pretty. But this will get cut up and we'll use this on a card later. So now we've got this. And I have a feeling that this is going to be too muddy to really pull anything from it. But let's see. And I know there was a lot of muddy colors right over there. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna flip this over. Gonna let this sit for a couple of minutes. We'll put our weights back on it. And we'll let it sit and we'll be back. Okay, you ready to see what we got? It has been a good 10 minutes or so. And we're gonna take the weights off. And let's turn this one over. And we need some paper towels. And I can see that this is muddy, so I'm just gonna wipe this up. All right, let's see what we got. Got a little bit of mud, but it's okay because we're just gonna quickly dab it off before it sets in. Now we have a really pretty pastel print. There we have it. And you can, I don't know if you can see it on the video or not, but there is a shimmer to this that is super pretty. So that's what we have for today. I am officially done playing for the day. So I hope that you enjoyed seeing this being made along with the envelope. And let me grab the envelope and the other pieces just as a recap. So this was the envelope that we stenciled. And then from the residual ink, we pulled this and we did this. And then we pulled this. And this one, man, in person, this is really, really sparkly and shiny. And I think these three pieces are gonna make some beautiful cards. And that will be another video that comes up. But for today, this is what we have just from an envelope. We got all of this. How exciting is that? So, okay, I'm gonna let you go now and I'm gonna go and clean up and get ready for dinner. And I hope you have a great rest of the day. Thank you for stopping by and for hanging out with me while I played and made an envelope and some pieces. And it was good to have you here. So hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, bye.